Some Netflix movies are bold. Others, way too bold for family night. If you've ever hit play and instantly regretted who was in the room, this list is for you. Let's count down 10 Netflix titles you should absolutely watch alone. Starting off our list at number 10 is Larissa, The Other Side of Anitta. This brand new Netflix docu dives deep into the life of Brazilian superstar Anitta, revealing the stark contrast between her glamorous public persona and her real-life struggles. It's raw, revealing, and undeniably personal. While it's not graphic, the candid exploration of fame, identity, and vulnerability makes it way too intimate for a family viewing. At number 9, we have You Get Me. This teen thriller starts with a summer fling and ends in full-blown obsession. After a brief romantic encounter, a girl reappears in the life of the boy who ghosted her, this time as a new student at his school. Bella Thorne plays the dangerously charming yet unhinged new arrival, and things spiral fast. The story dives into jealousy, impulsive decisions, and blurred emotional lines. It's the kind of film that keeps you intrigued but also leaves you side-eyeing your screen. Definitely not one for a family movie night. Coming in at number 8 is Burlesque. If you love glitz, powerful vocals, and fierce stage presence, Burlesque delivers all that and more. Christina Aguilera shines as a small-town girl chasing her dreams in a sultry Los Angeles nightclub, while Cher holds court with her signature elegance. But under all the dazzling choreography and costumes, there's a lot of heat, emotionally and visually. The performances are electric, the themes are bold, and while it's empowering, it's also laced with moments that are best appreciated in, let's say, private company. Next up at number 7 is Deadly Illusions, and this one's a total psychological trip. It follows a best-selling author who hires a seemingly perfect nanny to help with her kids while she works on a new novel. But as the days go on, dreams, fantasies, and reality start to blur in disturbing ways. The film plays with your perception, what's real, what's imagined, and what happens when lines are crossed. It's filled with tension, mystery, and moments that will definitely make you raise an eyebrow. Let's just say, this is a thriller that'll make you want to lock the door and watch it solo. Sliding into number 6 is 50 Shades of Grey. Let's be real. This is the one title on the list that almost comes with a disclaimer. The film that turned a best-selling book into a cultural lightning rod. 50 Shades follows the complicated connection between a college student and a mysterious billionaire. It explores control, vulnerability, and the emotional weight of pushing past boundaries. Stylishly shot and emotionally charged, it's not just about the intensity, it's about how two people navigate power, trust, and obsession. One thing's for sure, this movie helped define the phrase, "definitely don't watch with your parents." Halfway through at number 5 is Happy Ending. This Dutch romantic dramedy starts off as a charming story about a couple celebrating their one-year anniversary, but it soon takes a vulnerable turn. As the pair try to push past comfort zones and strengthen their bond, they uncover emotional layers neither expected. What begins as playful quickly becomes a raw look at intimacy, miscommunication, and unmet expectations in modern relationships. The film surprises with its emotional honesty and unexpected tenderness. It's smart, human, and refreshingly brave, but definitely best appreciated when watched alone. At number 4 is No Limit. Set within the breathtaking yet unforgiving world of competitive freediving, No Limit is as visually stunning as it is emotionally turbulent. The story centers around a talented young woman who becomes entangled with her mysterious and magnetic diving instructor. What begins as admiration soon spirals into something much more consuming, a relationship marked by deep emotional dependency, manipulation, and a constant push-pull of power. As they dive deeper into both the ocean and each other's lives, the stakes rise, physically and emotionally. The film doesn't shy away from the psychological weight of control and the fragility of identity, especially when passion clouds judgment. The underwater cinematography alone is mesmerizing, but it's the intimate tension and emotionally raw moments that stay with you long after the credits roll. No Limit is not just about sport, it's about surrendering to something that may ultimately drown you. Beautiful, bold, and definitely not the kind of film to watch with family in the room. Coming in at number 3 is Faithfully Yours. This Dutch thriller is a bold exploration of trust, deception, and the masks we wear. Two best friends devise a plan to cover for each other's personal getaways. But when one of them goes missing, the secrets they've built begin to collapse. The story becomes a twisting maze of betrayal, hidden desires, and identity games. With its sleek pacing and morally gray characters, it blurs the line between what's right and what simply feels good in the moment. Suspenseful and full of provocative tension, it's captivating, but definitely not a movie to share with the whole family. At number 2 is Closer. This isn't your average love story. It's a piercing psychological deep dive into the most uncomfortable corners of adult relationships. Closer follows 4 people, played by Natalie Portman, Jude Law, Julia Roberts, and Clive Owen, whose lives become entangled in a brutal dance of attraction, infidelity, and emotional warfare. The dialogue is razor-sharp and brutally honest, cutting straight into the raw truths we often avoid in real life. Love in this film isn't tender. It's strategic, messy, and sometimes cruel. Characters fall in and out of each other's arms not for romance, but out of loneliness, ego, and desperation. Every conversation feels like a confrontation. Every smile has a sting behind it. There are no tidy resolutions here, only heartbreak, disillusionment, and a painfully accurate portrayal of what happens when desire collides with vulnerability. Closer is gripping, devastating, and emotionally naked in a way that demands your full attention and your solitude. And finally, at number 1 is Basic Instinct. Few films have stirred as much intrigue and conversation as Basic Instinct. This psychological thriller stars Sharon Stone in a career-defining role as Catherine Tremell, a brilliant and dangerously captivating crime novelist who becomes the prime suspect in a chilling murder case. What follows is a gripping game of tension and manipulation between her and a determined detective, played by Michael Douglas. Basic Instinct is stylish, suspenseful, and packed with mind games that keep you second-guessing everyone's motives. It's not just the mystery that pulls you in, it's the unpredictable characters, sharp dialogue, and the intense layered chemistry between leads. The film explores themes of control, power, and psychological seduction in a way that's bold without being over the top. It's cinematic, controversial, and still one of the most talked about thrillers of its era. But one thing's for sure, this is not your typical weekend flick. Basic Instinct demands full attention and a solo watch. It's daring, smart, and way too intense for family viewing. And that wraps up the list. But let's be honest, some of these titles really push the edge. I mean, 50 Shades basically redefined what it means to watch alone. No Limit? That relationship dives deeper than just water. And Basic Instinct? Well, it's not just a thriller, it's a masterclass in tension and psychological games, with scenes that'll leave you stunned and second-guessing everything. These aren't just bold, they're bold. So if you made it through this list without blushing, you're stronger than most. So which of these titles are you brave enough to watch alone? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more bold Netflix picks that push the edge, hit that like button and subscribe. I've got plenty more coming your way. Until next time.